Violin is an innovative group that mixes the sounds of classical and hip-hop music. They have performed alongside the likes of P. Diddy and Alicia Keys and are in South Africa as the international support act at the Urban Music Festival, headlined by hip-hop stars Akon and Fat Joe. I chatted to Black Violin ahead of their Joburg show at the weekend. What is the essence of the music Black Violin creates?
We're doing something that no one's ever done. We're attempting a fusion that, people when they hear about it, they're kind of like, what? How would that sound? But then when they see it, they're like, I'm a believer, And it's a really good thing to do that. I mean, it feels like we're pioneers. It's very groundbreaking. We're doing something that no one else that even attempted to try to do. And it'll take you 10, 15 years just to learn the mastery of the instrument to even think about doing it. It's great. Yeah, the shows are fun. We have a good time in our shows, and it's good because nothing's ever been done like that on this instrument before, and we know that every time we step on stage, we're doing something revolutionary. We're changing the perceptions of people and the stereotypes of all people, black people. You're not expecting me to play violin. If I didn't have this on me, maybe you would probably think that I was a rapper. But, to change the perception, change the stereotype of what the backward hat means, what the saggy pants means, what the boots mean. And it's a great feeling every time we step on stage, and we feel it every time we get off.
Black Violin integrates classical and hip-hop music. What reactions have you had to your unique style?
The purest, classical fan base and the classical musicians, they actually like what we're doing because we're shining a new light on classical music, on the violin itself. So they tend to favor us, and they like kind of what we're doing because we're bringing young people back into music, and especially the violin again. And they know that it's kind of a dying genre, It's harder to sell tickets to these classical shows, and Black Violin is bringing more interest and more awareness to classical music, and they appreciate it for that. So we haven't had much backlash or adverse comments about what we do.
In traditional terms, hip-hop is very much a part of the urban youth landscape. So what role do you play as musicians connecting to the youth?
We work with kids all the time. They love what we do, and we open their eyes to something new. Especially since back home, they've cut a lot of the classes, a lot of music classes, and a lot of schools and curriculum. So a lot of them can't get that experience to the violin or other instruments. So that's what we try to do, expose them to something different.
And it's really about just expanding their minds, letting them know that there's more to what you see than spinning rims and all that stuff in hip hop. It's more than what you see. You can take something that people think of it as this way and make it this way, and people really gravitate to it, and it's a very strong statement when you're able to do something like that. So it's not really, when we play for kids, we're not really saying, okay, go get the violin and play hip hop. I mean, it's really like, think outside the box. We're taking a violin that you had a certain, thought about. You thought maybe it was elitist, maybe it wasn't cool. We took something and we transformed it and made it ours. You should do the same thing with whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's medicine, it's science, math, it's art, it's design, whatever. Take something that that the average person is not thinking about, and you just transform it and you make it yours.
Who is on your wish list to perform with?
Lauryn Hill, definitely. Stevie Wonder, I have to play with Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, Lauryn Hill, we're going to play with Madonna, we're going to play with Michael Jackson. I want to play with the icons, We've played with Alicia, we played with Kanye, we played with a few others, but definitely someone like Michael Jackson would be amazing to be on the stage. Prince, I would love to be on the same stage as Prince. That would be crazy. I heard his musical abilities are so far beyond. I would love to be on the stage. There's a few that we haven't worked with. Prince, if you're listening, please give us a call, because we're definitely be interested in that.
You know Charlie Murphy? We play shit.
Yeah. Check out blackviolin.net. Our album is in stores in South Africa on Monday, I think that's the 13th of April. We're Black Violin.
You're watching the Times online.